guys are brand new here, welcome to our awesome about military tanks, aircraft swarming different cities in the U.S. right now. Tons of people worried what's going on now. Is it really true? Tons of people worried what's going on now. Is it really true? In Idaho, lines of tanks on the road. Military aircraft in Florida? Yes. Techie military aircraft hovering over neighborhoods in California? Happening. Pictures, video of that. The big question is something going on? Is this something for you to be worrying about? I'm going to get you all the information that you need to know about.
Here's partly what's going on that I do know about. I'm still doing research on it as much as I can in between work, so you got to bear with me. But so far, a Russian tank has disappeared somewhere on America's coast. The United States government can't find it. Somehow the submarine destroyed an American warplane, but still they can't find this Russian submarine, war submarine. So what they're doing is they're flying around trying to find it, and they're now swarming cities as they're frantic and they're scared because they know that an attack may be imminent due to the fact that Russia has figured out how to slip past their security, and when they've been caught on their security, how to slip past it even further so that they can't be found. They disappear off the map like they was never there. And this is why all these warplanes and tanks are now swarming all the cities, because as you know, if Russia attacks, the cities will be attacked first, because you have China and Russian soldiers that's been brought over here by the busload and boatload by some of your United States government. And you can blame the side of Biden for that, and you can blame the side of Republicans for that, and Democrats, because they're all listening to your elite. None of them are on your side. The only ones that would ever probably buck back at them would be your military, your highest ranking sergeants and so forth, who don't want to do or attack their soldiers, which is why they're not going to use them anyway. They're going to use foreign troops to attack you. So just keep paying attention, and you should be armed. Remember, if you know you're Aborigines, I don't know why that popped up, indigenous to this land, if you know about the Black or More Wars, then you should already know that their laws and their rules and regulations does not apply to us. Do not call yourself an American. You are simply Aborigines to the land that this is, an original name that we would have called it, although they changed the names. And you still can't get anywhere in the world on foot. They're not giving y'all the real maps.
This that's out there right now, coming right up. If you guys are brand new here, welcome to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and we go over news awareness, stuff you should know about. If you happen to find value in that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So it's true, and there's a lot of buzz and hype about this. Military in several states of the U.S. right now, with media buzz stating tanks, military, recorded traveling throughout several U.S. cities, military helicopters in California, Idaho, Philadelphia, Florida. Breaking news today, tank group on the highway in Idaho Falls. Let's show you some clips of what's going on in each of these locations, and then I'm going to give you both sides of the situation here. A lot of people out there reporting a one-sided speculation on this and not giving you both sides of the story so you can determine what you think's going on. And as we go over this, we've got a lot of subscribers out there, a lot, and a lot of people are active in the comments down below. Please let us know what you're seeing in your areas and what you think is going on? Lots of discussion should happen about this topic because there's a lot of things that aren't being said, a lot of unreported sightings and dealings revolving this. Definitely should make for a good discussion. So first of all, the two biggest buzzes right now, one is Idaho Falls, several tanks being spotted going down the highway. So there you can see it going down the road, huge tank, lots of people driving by these tanks. You can see it's manned, lots of folks. Look, there's a guy spraying in his field on his four-wheeler. Tons of tanks in a row, in a line, and then there's a bunch of pedestrians doing video of it. Idaho Falls, I believe that was on Saturday. Very fresh, very new. Everybody's questioning it, wondering what the heck's going on. The next really big buzz is in Larkspur, California. A lot of people reporting about these crazy-looking Osprey military aircrafts hovering right over neighborhoods where kids are playing in the streets. Some say are frightened because they've never even seen an aircraft like this. Let's take a quick look at a video that was posted on Twitter. So here you can see lots of neighborhood kids hanging out, running from this thing, not knowing what the heck's going on. Here's another one coming down a very populated neighborhood type street, hovering right above. I personally have never seen one of these things in real life, so these things are fairly new. I'm not sure. Let me know if these things are normal to you guys, but this is
I've seen those things. They're pretty loud, though.
Military aircraft to me. I'm aware of them. Never seen them in person. I can't imagine what it would be like to see them in person. It'd be pretty crazy. But look at that, hovering right over houses, right over people. And there you can see neighborhood people running from these things, probably frightened, a little uncertain about what the heck is going on. If I saw these things hovering above my house, I also would be like, what the heck is going on? This is definitely not normal. And another big buzz is a stealth B-2 bomber cruising right through the city in Florida. Here's some video of it right here. Now check this thing out. Here you can see beachgoers, the city down there.
That is a B-2 bomber. Cannot be picked up by any technology.
Its
you can only see it with your eye, and that's how you know it's dead. If you're lucky. Most times you don't hear it till all the drop the bombs on your butt. You'll be dead by the time you hear it.
Cruising between buildings and over the top of beaches like this?
No, they're
unheard
not
of.
supposed to be.
Questioning what's
But
going
they
on
are.
with all of the military movement right now. We're not done yet. Philadelphia, tanks rolling through Philadelphia, reports of that. Here's the video I found on that. So as you can see, very busy city situation. Folks on sidewalks watching numerous tanks roll through the middle of the city. Bizarre. I don't think that this is normal for anybody, seeing the tanks roll right through the middle of the city. And yet again, another military movement that most people are saying this isn't normal. What's going on? Something's happening. So here's the thing. We've got two sides of the story here. Let me give them both to you. Now, before I give you what a current Marine has to say about this, let's go over what they're saying. They're putting it out there like this. Several military tanks were spotted across multiple states on Saturday. The clip of the sighting spread across social media like wildfire and garnered views in huge numbers. Several social media users commented on the viral clip. And you're going to find this type of statement everywhere. Again, several tanks spotted, social media on fire. Why are they rolling tanks into the streets of cities? Is something bad about to happen? But here's what they're saying. Summer National Guard training is usually 2 weeks every summer. Sometimes it's a series of 2 weeks extra.
Now, when they do National Guard training, they never, ever bring any military installations or tanks or planes, anything else, or soldiers to your city. There's something way more going on with that. That he's giving you is the cover story of what the Army wants you to believe, the government wants you to believe, so that you don't panic. Because if you panic, you grab your gun, you be ready to fight back. Just in case they think they're going to just bull over you and run up in your home and throw you in a FEMA camp and take your stuff and try to force you to do something that you don't want to do. If that's the case, don't do it. You're better off dying than to do what they want.
Sizes. How do you not know this It happens every year. Hundreds of military vehicles crossing from
Never
point A
happens. They're
to
lying.
point B. So this is what some of them are calling the cover-up. Like the T-Alarm channel on Twitter says,
It's a
all is
cover-up.
well. An undeclared military drill is ongoing in multiple states, including a tank group that was spotted earlier on the highway in Idaho, and a military landing in suburban neighborhoods in Larkspur, California. Now remember, there's always two sides of the story, and I'm going to get to the good part here in a second. Even Forbes just put out...
Now, here's where I feel more important. This dude is a homestead person. He doesn't report this stuff. He's only reporting this stuff because even he can see how alarming this is. So if he can see it and you are a truther that's been paying attention for a while, this would be 10 times more alarming for you.
Article, viral video hypes fear of military movements in California for absolutely no reason. And I'm telling you, they're working this over pretty hard. Have you seen a video going viral about military movements in California trying to suggest that some type of war against everyday Americans is about to take place? The hype is completely manufactured nonsense, and experts say the kind of military aircraft pictured are normal for any presidential visit, which is something that's happening in Northern California this coming week. They're burning this talk pretty quick. Viral video which has been shared on Twitter.
Now, if you're smart and paying attention, if you're seeing president come through your city, there never is a whole bunch of helicopters like that or planes flying through cities or tanks. That is a bald-faced lie, which you call another cover-up. He's just trying to let you know what's going on.
By verified accounts named Derek Rose, includes a sensationalist caption that viewers are witnessing something that's not a drill. Breaking news, military landing in suburban neighborhoods in Larkspur, California. Massive military movements being reported in multiple states. Anyone with more information, please notify below. So you can see they're...
So the U.S. military, the people that in the know, the ones that don't want to go with the program, just let you know, just in the article, this is not an ordinary military drill. Heads up, eyes wide open. Please arm yourself just in case. Don't lay down like a punk sucker. Peace and love.